Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is the part 6 of the spicy manhwa series. It's been a long time since the last one, but I am back to deliver some more new spicy manhwa recommendations. Before we continue, if you want more videos from me, please don't hesitate to subscribe and never miss one. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. The first one is called Let's Separate Public and Private, also known as Don't XXXX Where You Work by Hyunyoung and Nuguri. It is currently ongoing with 37 chapters and its official website is Pocket Comics. Since becoming an employee at her current workplace, Dabi finds Junhon unlikable. Dabi is your typical office woman who had a good relationship with her office mate. On the other hand, Junhon is an awkward man. He can't have a normal conversation with any people since he relies on facts and logic too much. One day, Junhon accidentally finds Dabi's toy, a toy that she uses for pleasure, and this is not a situation that she ever wishes to happen. Of course, she won't let Junhon get this out to other people. In exchange, they sign a contract allowing them to meet a couple of times with the goal of Dabi improving Junhon's social skills, and in return, Junhon will keep the secret. As the dates go on, Dabi gets reminded of their past since she actually went on multiple dates with Junhon back in their college, but each date becomes a failure, and as she helps him now, she finds that he's a unique person and there's something about him that actually attracts her. I remember the prologue being a spicy start, like I was intrigued by the first slides and getting in with the story. It seems like they have a beef with each other, especially Dabi. I thought that she is genuinely disgusted by the male lead, but as it goes on, I kind of understand her attraction. Like the way she thinks is quite relatable, and I like that she is also active and adventurous when it comes to this stuff. Another best part is that their dynamic is very good and kind of a cute one. The snoo is great and the story is also good. There's no irritating drama, just them figuring out their feelings for each other and getting it. The second one is called What's Going On by Mingguk 23. It is now completed with 151 chapters and its official website is Lishin. Dawoon, the female lead, waited for her longtime friend named Yipul to come back from the military. She was supposed to give him a surprise celebration by sneaking into his place, hiding in his closet, and coming out with the cake in her hand. She didn't expect that she is the one that will get surprised. She saw Yipul coming home and immediately doing something suspicious. He played with himself while calling her name. This is a weird situation. Later, she came out of her hiding and they were both surprised. Yipul tried to explain, but Dawon take the situation in a more playful way and even tease him. After talking to each other, they actually get into it since the both of them are somehow attracted to the other, and through this incident, they became official and stood by each other's sides in times of conflicts in the story. What I really like about this manhwa is it's a college-focused math manhwa. I think there are really a few of them and finding a good one is more difficult. Anyways, the scenes are good and the art style is this light, bubbly, colorful thing, and as you know, I really like this type of art style. The catch is the female lead has a case where she got a stalker going in with the school year. That's the main conflict. I'm really not a big fan of this since that character is quite gross and scary, but I guess that's how most stalkers are. But their scenes are good and worth reading. It also just leans more on the realistic story spectrum. The side couple is also cute, like there is so much to dig in, but I will leave you with this for now. The third one is called Lost Things by Kimpa and Kira. It is now completed with 32 chapters. It currently doesn't have its official English translation, but you can read it officially on Ready Books and Rosen. The female lead named Yu Sirin is set to get her revenge after the death of her boyfriend. It's reported as a suicide, but she knows there's something more behind this. The people that became her target are the rich, young, corporate, drug addict man named Yuan and a famous pianist who has a scandalous secret named He. She changed her identity and worked as an exclusive prostitute at this sort of elite club and managed to get their attention, and she put her plan to work. She began to slowly destroy the relationship between the two men and unveil the secret behind the death of her boyfriend. This is different from the others in a way that the plot is more complex. The snoo is there, but the focus really is on the revenge part of the female lead. Some of the dialogues are like hard to get by because in some scenes, they really elaborate on the politics and the relationships between the characters in the current scene. I think you will get into this if you like revenge stories and strong-minded female lead with the political drama involved. Not even mentioning the art style, it's one of the good things in this manhwa. It had a realistic touch, like it's so beautiful. The face and bodies were drawn realistically. It's the same as the Way to Confess, which is a spicy manhwa that I covered earlier. I will say that this contains triggering scenes. The nudity is too much here, with multiple partners and obsessive characters, and you know, when you're watching Korean political dramas and there are old men involved, I mean that they do a lot of tricky things behind the scenes. Well, there's a lot of that here, so keep that in mind. Overall, it's a complex story with really breathtaking art and good snoo. I know not all of you will love this, but some of you may find this interesting. The fourth one is called Superstitious 9 by Chikak and Boogie. It is currently ongoing with 45 chapters. It doesn't have an official English translation yet, but it's available officially on Ready Books. Suhee, the female lead, grew up in a traditional household where they were taught that the female in the relationship needs to be more obedient and submissive. Thankfully, she leaves them, but a fortune teller tells her that there are gonna be unlucky things that will happen to her life, and the biggest of this is that she will actually die at her current age of 29. The fortune teller advised her to hold on to this mysterious man figure when it entered her life. She left with a confusing train of thoughts as she anticipated knowing about her love life, but even that will never happen. Her friend suggested that she tried this dating app in order to relieve some of her stress. While having a drink, she came across to this man with the voice and personality that she liked. They click instantly, even to the point of getting naughty on the phone. Like they naturally end in this kind of situation. They will casually do this a lot, and she formed this low-key relationship with this man on the phone. Later, when she is ready to let go of him, she realized that this man is actually closer than she thought. It's when she heard the exact voice when she go out to buy at a convenience store near her apartment. Just expect a fun and goofy vibe from this manhwa. It's not heavy like the early recommendations. It's easy to read and has a couple of good scenes specifically pertaining to the phone part. I think the main characters are not afraid to explore. Also, the male lead is sort of have a yandere vibe. I don't know if that's a plus, but I know some of y'all dig this kind of male lead. Just remembering that, and although I'm not a big fan of the art, I think that there's a certain charm that this manhwa has that is for sure will make its readers hook. The last one is called My Only One by Egg Kim. It is currently ongoing with 34 chapters and its official website is Tapitun. Just like the previous story, this also contains the fortune teller part where a fortune teller slash shaman tells the female lead some predictions about her life. This time, the female lead name is Yu Hanul and she is a middle-aged woman. The fortune teller told her that when it comes to men, she has no luck, hence she needs to hold on to the man that will come next to her life, just like the previous one. After this session, she decided that it was fine to spend her life alone, but still wish on New Year that if there's a one, it should be her first and last love. After wishing that, she opened her eyes to new sightings. She is now capable of seeing numbers in any of the people that she saw. She is seeing random numbers in the body of the person in front of her. She didn't know the exact meaning of this, but she interpreted this as it's the number of people that will fall in love with them, as she had a number one on her. meaning she only has one chance to truly fall in love. The thing is, she met a man named Halim on the rooftop of her workplace and is a man who is much younger than him. From the moment they met, they had this instant spark and tension that kept the two of them together. Not being able to prevent it, they get into a relationship where they will be met with a couple of hindrances. Being the main is that the male lead, Halim, has a high number on his body, meaning they might not be the match. Stories with older women and younger men always grab my attention like they're so intimate for some reason. I think it's just complex to see how a woman in this age range is deemed old and undesirable when in reality it's really not, and this one portrays how they are still passionate when it comes to love. It captures the female insecurities well, and these main characters are also just both interesting, especially the male lead, and the best thing of course is the tension between them. The build up leading to their scenes is amazing. It even has angst and the mood is always there when it comes to the two of them. That is all for the video. Thank you so much for watching. You can support me with my coffee page. It's a really big help for me, and have fun reading these recommendations. Have a nice day and I will see you next time.